thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. Let's begin. It's Thursday.
Elon Musk is officially out. But with his departure, Musk left us a dire warning.
It's 1:01 p.m. Pacific time. It's January 15th, 2026. Let's continue.
Welcome to America Uncovered. I'm Matt Gnezda, filling in for Chris Chappell, who had to go return some videotapes. On Friday, Elon Musk officially left the White House, ending his leadership at Doge. The media, of course, jumped on this, doing their best to imply he was forced out after breaking with Trump over his big, beautiful bill. But that's not true. Well, not quite. Musk's status as a special government employee had a time limit of 130 days, so he was leaving anyway. However, he did take issue with Trump's bill. He was disappointed with it, saying the bill undermined Doge's mission by increasing the deficit. He added that a bill can be big or beautiful, but not both. Sorry, doggo, it just wasn't meant to be.
And you have to remember that when this was being promoted, they didn't say Doge, they said Department of Government Efficiency.
But in the time Musk did have, what did Doge actually accomplish? Frankly, not much. Originally, the goal was to eliminate $2 trillion in waste, fraud, and abuse. This was meant to stop the runaway growth of America's national debt. And of that $2 trillion, how much did Doge manage to save? Well, according to Musk, by the end of April, the department had saved taxpayers around $160 billion. I mean, 8% of $2 trillion is something, but it's not exactly what he was hoping for. If government spending were a pizza, the Doge cuts would be like the slice you get at a classroom party on the last day of school. But even that may be too optimistic. While Doge did save $160 billion, an estimate by the nonprofit Partnership for Public Service claims it cost $135 billion in lost productivity, rehiring, and paid leave for federal employees. And even now, according to the Doge website, the savings have only hit $175 billion. That's less like getting a tiny little slice at a school pizza party and more like eating a single pepperoni off one of those brown paper towels from the bathroom.
Exactly. Some of the things that politicians do, and even people like Elon Musk in today's economy, is false promises.
So what gives? Was Doge just bad at finding government waste, fraud, and abuse? Is it a myth invented by the Trump administration to justify cutting essential services? Well, not exactly. Doge did find a lot of questionable governments.
With AT&T Business, I can stay connected when I'm out and about, so I never miss a beat. Hey, Craig. Triple the order? Yeah, we can do that. It's Craig.
Spending. It found $382 million in unemployment benefits given to people who either didn't qualify or sometimes didn't even exist, though critics claimed this was already known in 2023. It also found $80 million for DEI programs and other wasteful spending at the Pentagon. Not to mention all that USAID money for things like DEI in Serbia, Wuhan lab research, and somehow Egyptian tourism. As if Egypt needed help with tourism. They have these. Do they really need our help getting tourists? That'd be like paying France to make wine, or paying China to build up its military. I think they can handle that on their own. Wait, what's that, Shelley? Oh, that's bad. But anyway, although Doge did find a lot of waste, the real problem runs much, much deeper. The spending that's driving America's debt crisis isn't waste or fraud. It's mandatory. You see, the majority of the government's multi-trillion-dollar budget goes to Social Security, Medicare, health, national defense, and interest on debt. Those programs alone account for more than $3 trillion. And they're all...
So maybe the people from Doge should look at charts like that to get an idea of how much they can save, and that way they can give really good estimates on what they can do.
all things the government can't or won't cut, no matter who's in office. Just listen to what Trump had to say.
Look, Social Security won't be touched. Medicare, Medicaid, none of that stuff is going to be touched.
Nothing. Meanwhile, Trump has proposed upping the defense budget by 17%, totaling more than $1 trillion. That alone would eat up most of the gains from Doge. So it's no wonder Musk has become so disillusioned with politics. It's probably one reason why he's decided to hold off on giving any more money to politicians.
And you have to take into account the demographics. You have to take into account the environment that people live in today's world, and the population, the rising costs, and all that stuff. So demographics, making sure people are filling out the demographic that they live in.
In terms of political spending, I'm going to do a lot less in the future.
And why is that?
I think I've done enough.
Is it because of blowback?
Well, if I see a reason to do political spending in the future, I will do it. I do not currently see a reason.
Musk is well aware that there's a ticking time bomb under the U.S. If nothing changes and the debt keeps getting bigger, the government could start delaying its payments on it. Worse, it could start missing payments entirely, also known as defaulting. If the U.S. fails to pay its creditors, the result would probably be a global recession. Government employees, contractors, and soldiers could go without pay. Skyrocketing interest rates would push Americans to the brink, and the U.S. could even lose its status as the global reserve currency, opening the way for adversaries like China to take its place. But don't worry, the U.S. will never default on its debt in our lifetimes, because the U.S. can just inflate its way out. That's right, money printer go burr. But more inflation would mean most Americans get poorer. So, is there another solution to massive government spending that doesn't involve actually reducing that?
So as you can see, cash is going away, and we are moving into a different world where the payment methods have changed.
Massive government spending? Musk believes our only hope is to grow our way out of it. More growth equals more tax revenue, and that means the government wouldn't have to cut spending. And Musk probably doesn't just mean we need a few good quarters of 2.5% GDP growth. He likely means explosive China-style growth of 5-6% for a decade. But is that even possible? Well, it's a long shot, but if America's politicians aren't willing to cut entitlements and the military, what choice do they have? Theoretically, you could try to get there at least partially by unleashing American energy. Cheaper electricity means bigger returns on everything, from manufacturing to service industries to household savings. And Trump has already vowed to do this with America's oil and gas, in addition to nuclear energy. But that's not enough. You'd also have to slash regulations.
So it's pretty much making decisions, ladies and gentlemen. And that's exactly what's being done. Again, making decisions, that's the best way to move forward.
Across the board. And I mean everything from environmental protections to banking to workplace safety. And this would make America's business climate a bit more like the Wild West. But with that danger comes opportunity along with greatly reduced costs. To help achieve this, in January, Trump issued an order to federal agencies that for every new regulation, 10 should be eliminated. The Big Beautiful Bill expanded on this by reintroducing the REINS Act, which requires federal regulations with significant economic impact to get congressional approval before taking effect. However, the act was not included in the final House version of the bill out of fear of violating Senate reconciliation rules. Can't win them all, I guess. The bill also puts a 10-year pause on any state-level regulation of AI, which many believe will create a boom in productivity, as long as AI doesn't destroy our civilization in the meantime.
So you have to remember, AI is coming, ladies and gentlemen. It's here to stay, and it's going to be part of our world, and it's going to be shaping our planet as well.
And of course, there's tariffs. The administration is hopeful that by placing tariffs on countries like China, companies will be incentivized to move production back to the United States. While this would raise prices for consumers in the short term, the long-term benefits of reshoring would be immense. More American jobs and more money circulating in American communities. Like I said, it's a long shot. The kind of growth Trump and Elon Musk are hoping for hasn't been seen in America since the end of World War II. But that has me thinking, since America has been inadvertently preparing China to fight World War III, I suppose we'll get to test the limits of post-war prosperity. As long as America mainly sells weapons and supplies to the countries doing the fighting and doesn't actually have to send its own troops. And also as long as China loses. Fingers crossed for the best case scenario, everyone. What do you think? How would you get America out of its debt crisis? Leave your comments below. And before you go, be sure to check out this other episode of America Uncovered.
And again, thank you for joining. Subscribe to the channel, thumbs up, everyone, and comment down below. Let me know what you think. Follow me on Instagram, the Studio 11. Follow me on X, the Studio 2020. I like to say Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you in the next one.